Hello and welcome to a journey in your mind. You're always on a journey in your mind, and I believe you know that till now. But we're going to talk about something today that is of immense importance if you want to understand how things work. And first of all, I want to remind you that everything that I'm saying are words that you're interpreting because I am inside you. And now, to intellectually realize this, we know that we can realize all these things with emotions, with intellect, with all these different aspects. To intellectually realize this, I have an idea that I want to share with you today. And that idea is that, and it's sort of an analogy because, you can't know anything for sure. But for me, it's proven to be a fact. And I got this idea from Nature Boy's videos. Melanation TV, you should go check him out. He's a genius. Some people say he's a little bit narcissistic. Some people say he's very narcissistic. But I believe that he has a lot of good truths. And I believe that he's a different kind of learner. And I believe that everyone can pick up a lot of good stuff from that man because he is a genius. So, let us dive into it. My name is August, and I teach people how to free their minds. And that means open up their minds, become more conscious, to then eventually understand and see what many people have forgotten so they can remember, become a member again of the group that knows the truth and that we've been fucked over by ourselves, funny enough, and that we forgot because we wanted to forget. So that's the duality principle. Remember and you forget. Up and down. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. But there is something that came before this principle of duality. That was the principle of union and togetherness. Because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was made. And when the Word was made, the thought was made, the light was made, whatever you want to call it, there was something, a masculine force. That's when the duality came, all right? It wasn't always like that. Because what was before the masculine and the feminine duality force, feminine being going back to source, feminine being nothing without the masculine, and the masculine, they play together. It's the yin and yang. So let us understand this correctly now. In the beginning was the thought, which means everything you see around you. Sometimes people confuse this, and I did for a long time as well. I would say, all right, this is a plastic bottle. I understand that's man-made, and that came from a thought that somebody thought that they should come up with a plastic bottle and create a plastic bottle. But that's not the whole story. The story and the reality and the truth, and this might scare you, or this might make you say, oh, he's just talking bullshit. August is just talking bullshit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But this is the way it is. This is the truth. I'm just spreading the truth. And I understand that a lot of people, because this is not the normal belief that people have. The normal belief is that when somebody says something like what I'm saying right now, normal belief is that I'm crazy, and I hear that I'm crazy. All right. Well, that is your belief. That's not my belief. So you keep that belief for yourself as long as it serves you, because that belief indicates that you believe that you yourself are crazy. And I don't know what you put inside. I don't know what you associate with craziness or how you define craziness for yourself. But no matter how you define it, know that you're calling yourself crazy if you're calling me crazy. A lot of people might be what they think to be confused. I understand that. And these again are just words. I'm just trying to guide you on a journey in your mind to come back to the truth that we are all one and that you understand, so that you understand that everything is okay and you can relax. You created this life for yourself. You created everything here. And I'm not saying that you as a human subject are separate from everything else and then created everything else like you're sort of this separate alone being. No, that's not what I'm saying. Although it could be. Maybe I'm the only one here and it is like that. That's not what I believe. I've come to believe that everyone is part of the same consciousness. And again, consciousness is a word. What you associate with that, I don't know. But what I do know is that this belief saved my life. So the analogy, it goes like this. And it's a practice as well that can make you, if you indoctrinate this and keep on believing this, you will see a lot of your other beliefs, they can be pushed away easily by you just trying on the different side of the spectrum, another belief or something like that, and then suddenly the belief is gone. But this belief, try it out yourself. If you don't believe in it, throw it away. It'll come back to you if you will search, keep on searching, because it's the truth, and the truth always comes back to those who search for the truth. That's for sure. So you're on a high frequency. That's awesome, man. Welcome to this. If you're still listening to this, welcome to this podcast. It's gonna save your life, and it is going to make me a rich man, because the only thing that is worth anything is you. All right? You are worth everything. Why? Because you are everything. Without you, there's nothing. You are me, I am you. So I'm not saying that without you as a separate individual in the universe, it's nothing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that if we take your body and squish it, that there's nothing. Although I am saying that if you indicate your body as how I would maybe indicate your body in this analogy. So, not your human separate body, but look at it this way. Now I'm going to create this analogy from your human separate body, which is from Nature Boy. I'm not going to claim this myself, but this is how I understand it. I'm just going to say I got inspiration from him. Maybe I'm not saying it the way he would say it, but this is the way it helped me, and this is the way that it opened up my mind. So, look at it this way. Inside your body, if there was to be a problem inside your body, let's say there was to be some sort of cancer or something like that within your cells in your body. If that was to happen, the rest of your body, the rest of the cells in this cooperating organism that you call as your body, your human body, which you have accumulated over time, know that all of your cells always changing. In this body, if there is some cancer or something, the rest of the cells cooperating to keep this human organism alive and doing its best, they're doing the best job they can. So don't fuck them up with all this junk food all the time, you're just making their job, which is your job, harder because of your beliefs. So if there is a cancer and all of these cells then start contributing to fix this cancer, so they work on it. Maybe they have to smush it and push it in directions and whatever. So look at it like this. Let's say you have a near-death experience. Why do you have a near-death experience? To get pushed in the right direction. because as well as the cells can be cancerous, we want to look, or we can look in this analogy at ourselves like a cell, because everything, according to this analogy, according to how I have found it to be true, is working in the same pattern as cells are. And that's a fact. You try it for yourself and you come back to me, and that is, if you're not spreading cancer all the time, fucked up in your mind, come back to me and tell me it's not the way it is, and then we'll have a talk. My email address is in the description below. Send me an email. I'm more than happy to respond to whatever it is, to help you along your journey inside your own mind, inside yourself. So this is the analogy. Let's talk about it like this. You are a cell within your body. And what is your body? Well, your body is the whole universe. Let me repeat that. Your body is the whole universe. It's an organism. Your body, as a human subject, is an organism, and the rest is an extension of you. And yes, you are also an extension of everything else. So, you, as a body, as consciousness, listen, you as a body, you walk around in this big body, which is your body. But you believe that just the body that you carry yourself in is you and your body. And you don't believe that the rest is your body. And you chose not to believe that. So I'm taking you back home, or you are taking yourself back home, because I am you and because this is going on in your own mind. Just want to have that clear. So we are taking you back home. And this analogy is going to help you on that journey if you're still listening. So, if you're not following your intuition, your heart, and that means just you, just what you want to do on a core level. If you're with people who make you feel like shit, who are not lifting you up at all, and maybe later in your journey you can come back to them, suddenly they're lifting you up. I'm not saying that that's constant, everything is changing. But if you are, why are you doing that? Why? Have some respect for yourself and love yourself, because nobody else can. I'm sorry. You can only love yourself. Why? Well, guess what? Because you are everything. You are this big organism. So, this next point coming into this video right now is something that I believe, and it's a good analogy, and also if you want to develop good in the world, it's a good way to think about it. So, we say it's good and bad. It's not good and bad. But I believe that there are some certain, and you know about that as well, some things that normally will generate more light and more higher frequency in the lives of people than other things. So, for example, a compliment. Most people will appreciate a sincere compliment. But if there is a person, for example, a girl, that's been getting compliments all weekend, people giving her compliments just because she's beautiful and never talking more to her, maybe she's tired. She's like, oh, I hate these compliments, And suddenly one person comes, give her a compliment, and it just toys with her. It fucks up her emotions and it generates cancer. I'm sorry, but normally the compliment would generate good things, right? Like higher frequency, like feeling good. So, then you're transmuting some information from yourself over to another cell, another person. And if you are creating more harmonious and more balance in that person, you are creating more harmony and more balance within yourself, and you are gaining more power. And what you did, they're sending you a signal from above, or you are sending yourself a signal that you did the right thing. That's awesome. So we keep following those feelings when you did the right thing, that intuition, And maybe if you're early in your journey, you have no idea what your intuition is. You're so fucked up and so in a cage. And I'm going to scream through that cage to you and say that everything will be all right. All right? You will find your way. But just know that you made your own mess. And that's what I'm saying to my clients also. I'm not coaching anyone who does not believe or does not accept, at least being in my period as coaching and talking to them, does not accept that they made their own mess. So when you accept that you made your own mess, then I can help you. Because nobody can help you but yourself. So if you believe other people made your own mess, that means that they have to clean up. Alright? Or maybe it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to clean up. Maybe you believe you have to clean up. But for the process not to stop all the time, when you start believing and start blaming others, just blame yourself. Alright? Because you are others. You are yourself. But it takes a while maybe for you to understand that. Maybe first when you actually really understand it, you have no problems. So I want to say to you, be alone. Know yourself. If you know yourself on a small level without getting confused and run in every single direction, if you know yourself on a small level, and you will, trust me, if you know yourself on a small level, you will know yourself on a big level, on a big scale. It's easy. You chose to forget. You chose to forget. Now you want to remember again. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to this right now. All right? If you were good with not remembering and being swung in all directions by the universe or God or what you want to call it, then you would just chill out. You'd be okay. I'm okay. My life is kind of fucked up and I'm getting torn in directions and I hate myself, but I'm okay. You know, you're not okay if you hate yourself. Maybe you are. But my belief is that, at least the way that I look at love and hate, that you should love yourself because you are the only one who can. And that is funny because that is even on if it would be a separated universe, and you as an individual human being is true. If we were separated, which we are not, another person could give you an orange, for example. So the truth would be not that you are the only person who can give yourself an orange, but the truth would be that other people could give you oranges. So other people could give you oranges as well, but they could not give you love. Why is that? Because love comes from inside you. Even though the universe would be objective, love is a feeling generated within you. It's an emotion that you call love. So, since we are connected, we can play with the rules here. Then we know it's not separated because we are connected. We can kind of give you what you call love because we are connected through neuron pathways, just like the brain, or cell pathways. Call it whatever you want to call it, you know. We're just connected, one being, one organism. And you will understand that if you keep on listening to my podcasts. So this has been about the universe as a cell, an organism, how it tries to push you back into balance. And I'm going to talk more on that in another podcast later. So, welcome. This is my first podcast, and I'm going to keep on putting out great content. So be sure to subscribe below this video. And, you know, do whatever you want to do when you listen to this stuff. I got my soothing voice right here, and I'm ready to talk more to you. If you have any suggestions on what you want me to talk about when it's about journey in your mind, be free. Imagine, what do you want me to talk about? I can talk about anything. So leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what you want me to talk about, and peace out.